Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. I just got out of a meeting, so I apologize for being a little bit late. Today, we're going to discuss one of my favorite topics, but before we do that, let me just make sure that I am actually streaming. I am actually streaming, great. So, I want to talk to you about one of my favorite topics, which is this idea of binge writing. And binge writing is basically this idea, this preconceived notion that you need to be in some sort of a cocoon for a huge amount of hours to write. And if you have any marking to do, any teaching to prep, and so on and so forth, that that you basically you just need to write another day, right? And sometimes people even take like entire semesters to write, and then they don't write anything the semester they have classes. So that, I think, if I may say so, is an erroneous assumption, and like any assumption, it only persists because people don't challenge it. So what I want to do is I want to help you challenge it. If you do binge writing, I want to help you challenge it, and and sort of like try to get out of it, because you should write every day. And I say this knowing that that there are mental health issues and so on. I mean, last week there was a day where I almost did not write anything except for my live stream, because I was sad, and it happens, and our mental health is more important than word count and papers and so on. So this is not what about you should be writing every day, but more perhaps about you can be writing every day. And if the need for a multi-hour cocoon is what keeps you from that, then I hope this video helps you get out of that. Okay, so what I want to tell you very simply is that you can learn to complement your writing binges, which are great. I mean, I love having like a day where I can write for 3 or 4 hours. That's great, right? But to complement those days with days where you write less and you write for shorter time periods, okay? And I think the obstacle there is that there is an assumption that we cannot produce quality research, quality writing, unless we have an extended period of time to do that, okay? So there are 3 things that you can do just to try. Just to try, that's how you break assumptions. You just try something different. Try something that breaks the assumption, okay? So 3 things that I think will prove binge writing assumptions wrong. The first thing is I would invite you to free write about your current paper for 7 minutes. Just sit down and write without thinking. I mean, obviously using your brain, but without stopping to think. Just free write for 7 minutes. And at the end of that, just look at what you have written and think, is all of this completely stupid, or was I able to, have some sort of insight, some sort of ideas on paper that can help me develop my own research? If you're able to put even a semblance of an idea on paper, you just proved yourself that you can think and write down your thoughts in 7 minutes. Okay? You can do this. Okay. Second technique. It's a technique that I call split Pomodoro. Okay? So if you have any interest on writing and writing productivity, you've probably heard of the Pomodoro technique. Pomodoro is tomato in Italian, and basically this technique comes from kitchen clocks where, for example, you have to put something in the oven for 20 minutes. So you have this tomato that basically you turn around and count down from 20 minutes, and then it buzzes at the end. That's the Pomodoro technique. And the Pomodoro technique, in its more popular version, means that you put a timer for 25 minutes and you write for those times. And obviously, like, what people do is they do a sequence of Pomodoros, right? So I'm writing for 3 hours. That basically means that, if we say each Pomodoro is roughly half an hour, that's 6 Pomodoros, okay? Now, what I invite you to do is you write, you do a Pomodoro, so you write for 25 minutes, and then you stop. And then you go and do something else for an hour, go take a run, and go work on some slides, work on some teaching. And then you come back and you do another Pomodoro, okay, for 25 minutes more. And then you go on and do something else. And if you've done this successfully, then again, you have cured yourself of binge writing, because you were able to write for 25 minutes and then go and do something else, okay? And finally, this is what I don't teach PhD students now, but this is what I used to do with my PhD students. This is the cold water, cold shower sort of cure for binge writing, which is we literally took a 30-minute subway ride, and we all wrote in that 30-minute subway ride they worked on their thesis, not free writing, work on a part of your thesis in a crowded subway, okay? And this is what we did. And obviously sometimes we got amazing output, some cool ideas. Other times we did not. And, let's be honest. I mean, I'll be honest, okay? So sometimes I'm have an entire day of writing, and the output is not very good. And sometimes you just you only have half an hour to write, and the output is great, okay? So try these 3 things. So first thing, free write for 7 minutes. Second thing, have a split Pomodoros during a day where you're teaching or prepping or correcting assignments. So 1 Pomodoro, work on teaching for an hour or 2, another Pomodoro, and so on. And third, do this extreme writing. It's a little bit like that challenge of extreme ironing, where people iron in the craziest places. Same thing, extreme writing, right? On crazy places. And send me the pictures if you want. Anyway, so to finish this part of the stream before going into the writing stream, I will tell you a technique to preserve a little bit of binge writing every day if you need it. If you need to write for an hour every day, okay? And this is the technique. If you are at all productive in the morning, at all, okay? The first thing that you do every morning is write. Half an hour, 45 minutes, 1 hour, okay? The first thing that you do every morning is write, because there's a law. I believe in 2 universal laws in my life. One is Murphy's Law, and the other one is Parkinson's Law. And this is Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law says that work will expand to occupy all time available, okay? So if you, like me, have a management position, you have work for 24 hours every day. If you're teaching, you have work for 24 hours every day, So have this 1 hour slot at the beginning of your day, and then, Parkinson's Law, the rest of the work can do it and fill your whole day if you want. But you will have written for an hour. I learned this from an executive who did this just as a moment to reflect. Every day they would spend the first hour of the day thinking, and it's really useful. Okay, so I hope these three exercises will cure you from binge writing, and I would ask you to please pass this along, because binge writing is, I think, a major problem in academia and in writing overall. Thanks so much for watching the stream, and I'll catch everybody later. If you want to stick around, I'm going to stop this part of the stream and start another one where I'll just be live writing on the literature review that I've been doing for the past few days. Thank you so very much for watching. I really, really appreciate it.